Second take, don't do too many of these. Hey guys, it's Sig of my house bidding you welcome to the second part of this video. Filmed a little bit off to the first part of pickups. I am a bit more... I'm hydrated, let's say that. Alright, got myself a glass of water, drank it down, it was good. Good times were had by all. Alright, so I'll try and get through this stuff as quickly as possible, simply because there is a lot of it. I'm filming in a little bit different position. Usually I film from this position, but like there's sun coming in, so I don't really want to do that. I'll just film from here, and I will hope that it looks a little bit better, so I'll grab stuff off a shelf and show it to you. That's what the arrangement is. Alright, so I gotta think. I like thinking. Alright, I remember the first lot of items I got I got during this week was, I don't remember the day it was, but I went down to the Goodna area, and before I stopped at Goodna, I stopped at Sherwood to check out a few local op shops. And there was one that had some games. One of them had 2 games for $3 each that I did not have. They had Lego Indiana Jones The Original Adventures, $3. I'm not a big fan of the Lego games, but maybe they'll be a little bit better on a console than they are on like a handheld, so here's hoping. Here's really hoping. And for $3, what I was surprised I didn't have. I bought it thinking maybe I have it already, but whatever, it's $3. But apparently I don't have this one, so definitely a good one to pick up. Trigger Man. I was surprised I didn't have this. I see this all the time and never pick it up. Looks like a very good game. Looks very fun. That's complete. There's some kind of sticker there. Complete. Got some stickers on the disc and on the manual. They're always fun to try and get off. And at the RSPCA op shop, I managed to grab a PS3 game for $5. They had a few games there for the PS3. They had Skyrim, they had one of the Call of Duties. They had a few PS3 games there, which is pretty good. I just got a text. That's gonna have to wait. But for $5 I got Assassin's Creed 3. Good game to get. I've really got into Assassin's Creed 4, so hopefully I'll enjoy that one just as much. And then I went down to the Goodna area, where I found all of this stuff at one place. At the Goodna Cash Converters, I found all of this stuff. Walked in, they just had it all there, so I definitely had to pick it up, and they were good prices, so for $2 I got some original Xbox games, only on Xbox, Ninja Gaiden Black, or Gaiden, either one, it doesn't really matter. Either or, it's interchangeable. From my understanding, this is just like the original Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox, except it's got some added content, and it's got a super easy mode to make it a little bit more accessible to idiots like me that try and play it like an action game. But this one, the original one, is definitely very hard. We also have Blade 2, which is worth a little bit of money apparently, so definitely a good one to grab for only $2. It's in good condition, and I definitely look forward to playing this one. I'm into my horror games, so maybe this one will be like an action kind of horror game. I know the movies are all about like vampires and stuff, as are the comics. And one in a series that I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm not the biggest fan of this series. I know a few people who are really into it, but I've just never been able to get into it. Basically for the same reasons I've never been able to get into the original Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox. You need a level of skill that I just don't have, and I'm not willing to put the time and effort into. It is Tenchu, Return from Darkness. I must have every bloody Tenchu game now. I have like 3 of them. Hopefully that's all of them. I'll check to see if it is. For only $2 though, definitely a good one to get. Maybe I'll get into them one day. Alright, they also had some... Oh, they had another Xbox game there. Yep. This one was $3 for whatever reason. Sonic Riders. I wanted to give it a try. I do like racing games, and I like Sonic, so maybe it all evens out to be a good game. I also had some PlayStation 2 games there, 3 that I did not have, 1 that I've had before but I threw it away. And if you remember why, cool, you're a long-time viewer, but if you don't, I will explain. The first game, which was actually one that I've been wanting to get for quite a while, we have Big Boob Ninja End of Honor. Yeah, just on the cover, look at that. Not too shabby looking, not too shabby. But, this is a pretty cool game. I put it in and played it for about 40 minutes, I say. I got to the first boss and beat him. And at first, I thought I would have to play like a Tenchu kind of game, where you have to use a lot of stealth because you're a ninja. Not at all. If you try to use stealth, you get more points, but like you can just run around killing people. Which is eventually what I started to do. And I had success at it. So I got to the first boss, beat it. It seems like a pretty cool game. Like, the story, it's basically Hang 'em High. That old Clint Eastwood movie where like someone comes in, tries to kill him, kills the rest of his family, and leaves him like hanging from a tree to die. And then he like swears revenge on them. It's basically that, but with a Japanese chick. Which some would say would make it a bit better. Some would say would make it a bit worse. You both have claims. Alright, for $3, one that I bought a long time ago and threw away, Battlestar Galactica. If you don't remember why I had this game and threw it away, it's because I got this for $2 one time, and I didn't really look at it when I picked it up, but by the time I got it home, I had realized it was caked in oil. Like, actual oil. I don't know what kind of oil, but oil. Like, you would smell it, oh, that smells like oil. And I thought, that's probably flammable. I'm going to dispose of that and keep the disc. And I still have a disc-only copy, so if anyone wants a disc-only copy, let me know. But I haven't played this yet. I know the series vaguely, like in the form of I've heard of it, and I know it's a little bit like Star Trek. Fucking crucify me now, Battlestar Galactica fans. But nice complete for $3, definitely a good add-on to the collection. And one that I have on the original Xbox, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at the original Xbox collection trying to see it. I don't see it, maybe I have another one. But Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings. Actually, I may not have this on the original Xbox because this is a super, super late release. This came out in, that focuses, you will see, 2009. On the PlayStation 2, I mean, who was still buying PS2 games in 2009? Like, I wasn't even buying PlayStation 2 games in 2009. I didn't start until 2010. But, like, I didn't start collecting until 2010. Like, obviously I had a PlayStation 2 before that. But, I remember seeing this all the time back then for like 30, 40 bucks. I was like, nah, I'll get it when it's cheap. It's actually kind of odd back in the days when they gave me a VIP card. Yeah, it's all complete. It was a little bit odd trying to... no, not trying. It was a little bit odd back in the days when PlayStation 2 games were kind of being clearanced out. You would see some odd titles, like... Obviously you would see really popular ones like GTA San Andreas, but I remember in EB Games they had like 15 copies of Street Fighter the Alpha Collection for $20 each, and I never got one until they were clearancing them out for like $2 each. And this was another game that they had like 10, 15 copies of. It was like, that was a little bit weird. Ooh, hold up. If you know or if you don't know, in the previous video I said I am watching a live stream of something while I'm doing this. It's something I don't want to catch a replay of, so I'll just be like turning my head every now and again to look at it. Also from there, for $5 I got a PSP game, which is still in my PSP. Been playing it on the way to and from work. It's pretty fun. Alien Syndrome. Definitely check this one out if you haven't. It's not the most polished title, but it's like Diablo, but in space. It's pretty good. also grabbed a movie from there. When Andy was over, he commented that, hey, this is a really good movie. And I said, yeah, it is. It's really good. I have been looking for a copy of this movie for a long, long time. Whenever I see this movie, it is always scratched. But thankfully, this disc looks brand new. It looks like a DVD-R of some sort. It's region 1, so I'll have to use my laptop to watch it. But it is Titan AE, and if you like this movie, you like this movie. If you don't like this movie, you probably don't like it. I know that people swing both ways with this, so if you like it, cool. If you don't, also cool. I like it. I watched it when I was a kid and thought it was awesome. Alright, that was all from that trip. I also went to my local cash converters, as I always do. Try and go there at least once a week. I went there twice this week. I'll put that down there, show you that. And I'll show you all the stuff I got there. Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of DVDs, a lot of video games. And there were more video games, but I actually gave them to a friend because he helped me with something on Sunday. And that was just a bit of like payment for him. He didn't want any money, so I was like, what can I get you? And I was like, well, you got some games over there I wouldn't mind having. Take them, they're yours. I got the Friday the 13th original trilogy, or part 1, 2, and 3. It was only $5, and I've been meaning to see Friday the 13th part 2 for the longest time. If you don't know, Friday the 13th part 2 is the first Friday the 13th movie to feature Jason, but he doesn't have his like signature hockey mask yet. He's got a burlap sack on. Burlap sack. Also from there, the live stream has stopped, so I will refresh it. Alright, got it back up. And I put some commentary in that you guys will not be hearing, so how unfortunate. But I also got some Xbox 360 games there just for resale for $5 each. The Tomb Raider collection. If I found that on PS3, I would absolutely keep it. And another one that if I found on PS3, I would absolutely keep. Portal 2 for $5. This one always sells well. There are always memesters looking to get a copy of that so they can quote their cakes and whatnot. If you get that reference, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Also had some DVDs there. Ones that I wanted to get because I watched the first season of this, thought, this is really cool. I would love to see the rest of this. I have seasons 2 and 3, but I don't have seasons 4, 5, and 6, which is why I haven't been watching it. Now, I'll usually get an entire series before I start watching them. I feel like a guy called Cinema Sickness in that way. Check his channel out. He's a cool guy. But we have Lost Season 4. I had Lost Season 4, but I lost it. Lost Season 5. And the final season, Lost Season 6. And these were only $2 each for big, complete season sets. Very cool. I'll have to get around to watching them at some point. Yeah, I'll make time for these at some point. Each season is 800 minutes long, so it's well, where do you find the time? I also grabbed a few more DVDs. I grabbed Where the Wild Things Are in this cool case. The original is just like this one, but it's in a cool slipcover, which actually feels pretty nice. But I've actually wanted to watch this movie since it came out in when was it, 2009? Yep, 2009. Because who didn't grow up reading Where the Wild Things Are? So definitely wanted to give this one a watch. It's 90 minutes long. I don't know how they get 90 minutes out of a 20-page picture book, but whatever. One that's really, really, really cool. It is NTSC Region 1, so I will have to watch this on my laptop, but that doesn't matter because this is 10 fucking hours of this show for a single $1. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Season 1, Volume 1, The complete series of this must be like 100 fucking hours long, because this is 10 hours long, and this has, I think there's like a sheet in here that says it. Yep, here we go. Look at all of those episodes. This is a 3-disc set for $1. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat that unless you got it for free. Or unless it was region form, which I could actually watch it on anything. But I like Power Rangers. I grew up with these guys. These guys were cool. Man, the Black Ranger, Zack, he was my guy. Loved him. I wonder what ever became of them. The Power Ranger actors. Who knows? Probably still do acting or something. Alright. And maybe even cooler than that, for a mere $5, one of them sounds like it's loose, I got Street Fighter 2, the animated series. This is awesome. Street Fighter 5 recently came out, and I've been getting back into my Street Fighter. Like, I've just been like playing the ones I have, and they're cool. They're great games. Like, I suck at them. I am awful. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Hold on. This actually came with an extra disc. Please go in. This came with all 4 of the discs for the season, or the complete series. Why wasn't that closed? There we go. It also came with a loose disc copy of Diablo 2, the expansion set, Lord of Destruction. I probably already have that somewhere. Whatever. I won't pass up on a freebie. Neither will you guys. No one will. I'll get the rest of the DVDs out of the way just so I can... A few more games that I got for $1. Grandia 2. Great game. I already have a PC copy, but my one has a few scratches, so definitely a good one to get. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's on a bunch of systems, Dreamcast, PS2, it's on everything. For $2, grab a GameCube game. I asked if they had any more, and they let me know that one of the people in the back had called dibs on them. And I said, don't even tell me what he got. I don't want to know. But I'm sure he got some good stuff, and he left me with Medal of Honor Rising Sun. For $2, I won't pass it up, because it's a 2-disc set, and my copy of Resident Evil, which is 2 discs, I don't believe has this, like, connector thing, so I will swap that out. This case has a cracked tab, so it doesn't stay in this one, but whatever. For $2, I'm not going to complain. I'm actually surprised that's on 2 discs. I believe on the original Xbox and the PS2, this game is only on 1 disc. Nothing bashing like the GameCube or anything, just letting you know. Also some DVDs, some absolute classics here. The OG Cape Fear. I see the Robert De Niro version all of the damn time. And I actually had a good chat with the lady that was serving me. Cool lady, she serves me a lot of the cash converters there. She knows me by name, and we were chatting about Robert De Niro movies. But I actually have not seen this version of Cape Fear, and this one has some great actors, like Gregory Peck. He's great. Definitely one of the greats. But cool one to get. Definitely look forward to checking that out at some point. And I also grabbed one that I'm not sure if I'll watch this anytime soon, but I've actually read the book. And I like the book. Katharine Hepburn in Louisa May Alcott's. I like how Katharine Hepburn's name is above the author's name. Little Women. Yeah, this is... When was this made? 1933. This is a classic, man. Yeah, this is old, very, very old. Like, before my mum was even born. Like, my grandmother would have seen this in bloody cinemas, so... You know, definitely one I'll check out at some point. It looks to be in black and white. I'm just looking for, like, black and white somewhere. Just to confirm. I don't know, maybe it's in... Yep, it's in black and white. And it's 115 minutes long, and I don't know how they fit all of the story of Little Women in like a book in a movie that's only 115 minutes long, because the book is like 500 pages. It's more than that, I'm pretty sure. It's very big. It's a tearjerker. It is like a early 1900s version of Notebook. Not at all, but yeah. Another classic, one that I swore I would have had on DVD, but I don't for some reason. I don't know why. Like I'm in the mindset of I'll watch something, think, nah, I don't really want to watch that again, and then I'll throw it away. Like, I won't actually like throw it in a bin or anything. I'll give it to an op shop. But I've had multiple copies of this. I will definitely be keeping this one. Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. No, wait, I remember. I have this on VHS. That's why I could never find it in my DVD collection. I have this, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and possibly Rocky 4 in VHS. So definitely wanted to grab this one. With the new movie that's come out, I watched that one as well. It's a great movie, and this one's great too. And finally for that, for $1, a movie that I've kind of wanted to see. Get in there. A movie that I've kind of wanted to see, just vaguely for the longest time. I remember it coming out, and I thought, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I like The Wolf. I just gave it away. It's a Wolfman. Try and hype stuff up, then I fail at it. My local EB Games, also in Indrapilli, was having a sale. They had these for $4 each, and I thought, you know what? I'm in a spending mood. I've got a bit more money than I've had recently, which I won't go into that. But just to say, I'm quite financially stable at the moment. We have Kane Lynch 2 Dog Days for $4. A friend of mine wants to play that, so we will probably power through that. Alpha Protocol, the espionage RPG. Never heard of it. Time Shift, which is an awesome game. Definitely check this one out if you haven't before. It's from 2007, and it does stuff that I've never seen in a game before this, and I've never seen since, where like you have like complete control over time. You can go forwards, backwards, you can go fast motion, slow motion. You can do all of this awesome stuff. It is such a fun game. Ooh, that was painful. If I'm watching the live stream. That's why I'm distracted. This is such a fun game, and it's super cheap these days. People in America, you can probably get this for under $3 from your local GameStop. People in Australia, you can get it for $4 from your local EB Games. Definitely check it out. And for $4 also, I haven't heard of this one. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it definitely looked like a fun game, so definitely had to pick it up. It is Tournament of Legends for $4. It is being used as a scratching post, but definitely a fun game. Had to pick it up, and I'm watching the live stream now because I'm getting into it. I'm going to stop watching and start watching you guys. But for $4, it's a 3D fighting game of some sort. I'm yet to get into it, but it looks cool. It looks cool on the back, and for $4, definitely not a bad deal. So that's what I got from EB Games. I have some pre-orders down, and I know some people don't like pre-orders, but if I don't pre-order something and it comes out and I can't get it, I can't get it. Especially for the PlayStation Vita games. Those are the kind of games where if you don't pre-order it, they won't get in a copy. But the last lot of stuff I have to show you before I show you online purchases is this right here. I got this stuff from my local JB Hi-Fi, the one in Indrapilli, and my buddy Andy, he also went there like yesterday, today, I don't remember when. He sent me a text saying he got a lot of stuff from there, and I told him that there is a bunch of last gen stuff there for a single $1 each. So definitely check it out. I checked it out before he did, so I had my pick of the litter. I got a bunch of great games for $1 each. We have iPet for $1. Not great, but it has the... What am I doing? Ah! My shit almost fell. It has the PlayStation camera, which I kind of wanted to get so that I could use the PlayStation Move for like light gun games. And for $1, that was the cheapest I was going to find it at. And it's still brand new, so definitely had to grab that. I also had some other Move stuff there that I will probably grab because now that I have the camera and the PlayStation Move, I'll be able to actually use it. I also had this stuff for $1 each. We have Epic Mickey 2, still brand new in the shrink wrap. Bakugan Battle Brawlers, that slides right off the tongue. Duke Nukem Forever, which I like. A lot of people don't like that game, I enjoy it. For $5, I was willing to pay this. $5 for the new Thief game. I had some mixed things about this. I'm sure I'll like it, but it's in like a nice steel case, so $5 was a good deal for that. F1 2012 for $1. That's an awful name for a video game. Jane's Advanced Strike Fighters. What an awful name for a video game. Who the fuck is Jane? Why does she have an Advanced Strike Fighter? I don't know. Hey, this is an Australian version. Officially updated for Australia. Cool. Resistance 2 for $1. And I had a few more Xbox 360 games, but I gave them to my friend because he helped me out doing something. It is Crackdown 2 for $1. This one's in its original shrink wrap. They're all in the original shrink wrap, which is really, really cool. I love getting brand new games, especially if you can get them for cheap. You know, you cut them open, you smell. It's like getting high, man. Like the smell of a new game. It's awesome. Alright. And I also grabbed this right here. This was actually the first thing I saw. This is still in the shrink wrap, but it has like some areas where the shrink wrap is torn, so I don't really know if you can say this is brand new or not. It is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier, the Super Duper Hyper Collector's Edition. It comes with all of the stuff on the back. A lot of cool stuff. And I definitely had to pick this up because it was only $10. You know, $10 for a big collector's edition of this. I remember when this came out, it was over $100, so $10, definitely a good deal. Oh man, I didn't even show you this. I grabbed this from my local cash converters. They messed up on this one. And they had this big Wii Fit Plus board for $1. I had to carry this home. This was a lot of fun to carry. It's as big as my bloody... It's as big as me. Jesus. I had to carry this home. Not a lot of fun. Definitely worth the $1. It is all in there. And do I want to pull it out and show you? I won't pull it out because I'd have to put it back in. Giggity. But this has a awesome Sonic the Hedgehog slipcover on it, so that's pretty cool. But what made this worth the $1, it had 2 games in it. 2 complete games, and there's no way they would have known. Like, unless they opened up and looked at everything, they probably wouldn't have known because these were buried under the rest of the stuff that was in there. Like, they probably just opened up, looked in there, said, oh yeah, that's cool, I'll give you 50 cents for it. And we'll sell it for $1. But there were 2 games in there, which if they had known, they probably would have taken them out. And these aren't the best games, but considering I paid $1 for the whole thing, who can really argue with EA Sports Active Trainer and The Biggest Loser video game? Just to show you guys, that is in there and it's complete. And that is in there and it's complete. And if anyone wants to join the Biggest Loser Club, there is a code. I always thought that, like, The Biggest Loser, that's such a weird name. Like, I know it's like The Biggest Loser because you lose in weight, but It's a weird name. It's like, would you like to be the biggest loser? Come on. But for $1, after I saw it had these two in there, I definitely could not pass that up. So good to get. And that is all except for a few online purchases I have had. Got a couple more games for the complete PlayStation Vita collection. We have one that I will never ever play as long as I live. This will never be within bloody 10 meters of going into my PlayStation Vita. But it is one that I needed to get for the complete collection. It is a Japanese version of Hyperdimension Neptunia Producing Perfect. I believe that's the name of this thing. And this is the weirdest idea for a video game. Apparently these games are kind of popular in Japan just because, like, some people like them. And if you like these kind of games, that's cool. You do you. But this is a game where you kind of live the life of a pop star. Like, you go around, you take singing lessons, you take dancing lessons, you learn how to do all of that, you do concerts, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, because it's like, who really wants to play as Britney Spears? Like a Japanese, super young Britney Spears, but, you know, it's one for the complete collection. Show you the back with a few anime babes on it. It is completely complete. It's got this warranty thing in the game. And it was one that I wanted to get for the Vita collection. And it was only like $10 shipped. It's a super cheap game in Japan, so one I needed for the collection. And something fell down. One that has a bit higher of a chance of seeing some game time. I actually probably play this at some point because it's a fighting game and I'm getting back into fighting games. It is... not sure if that's Blaz or Blaze. I'll say Blaz. BlazBlue Chrono Phantasm, or Phantasma. I could make a good reference there, but I'm not going to. But definitely one that I wanted to grab. Now I'm getting back into my fighting games. I'm getting the complete Vita collection. This is also on the PlayStation 3, I'm pretty sure. And like, there's a lot of these games out there, the BlazBlue kind of games. They're your stereotypical anime fighters. They're easy to pull off combos, a lot of characters that look pretty cool, and a pretty decent story in it, so definitely had to grab this one. I've played a few of the others and they're pretty good. It's like, I wouldn't recommend them for like tournaments or anything, but like, you're not gonna learn how to beat everyone in the world by playing these games, but for fun's sake, they're fun. Show you the back there. A few more anime babes and some anime hunks. This one is still in the shrink wrap. And this was under $20 shipped, I'm pretty sure. And I have tapped all of the money that I got from Bookfest. So if I want to get any more PlayStation Vita stuff, I have some PlayStation Vita stuff coming in. But if I want to buy any more, I'm going to have to sell a few more items or just wait until I can get a bit more money in my PayPal account. Because if you don't know, I'm going to say it anyway. I'm only buying PlayStation Vita games if I can pay for them in money that I've gotten from eBay. So it's like, if I'm paying $20 for a PlayStation Vita game, I want to actually be like I'm only $5 out of pocket. If that makes sense. And the last game I got, this was $4 shipped off of the Cash Converters website. No one else bid on this, so I got it for super cheap. It is... when I got it, it was I was about to say disc only. It was a cartridge-only copy of Snowboard Kids on the Nintendo DS. No one bought this, I assume because it is an NTSC copy. And like, a lot of people, when they see NTSC, Nintendo DS, or Game Boy Advance games, they automatically think it's a bootleg. Which, I don't blame you for doing, but it's like, some games you kind of have to think, yeah, this is probably real. Like, if you see a $5 copy of Pokemon and it's NTSC, it's probably a fake. If you see Snowboard Kids and it's NTSC, it's probably real, because who would make a bootleg of Snowboard Kids? But this was cartridge only when I got it, so I printed out a custom label for it. It's not the best quality, but like, Like, even I think in the video, you can't really tell it's a custom label. Like, I'll hold this up next to another game. Can you tell there's a difference in that? Probably not. But definitely a good one to get. I had a quick go of it, and it's pretty fun. Alright, that is everything. I have dedicated an hour of my life today doing pickup videos, so I don't expect anyone to dedicate an hour of their life watching these pickup videos, but if you do, thank you so much. I mean, if you got through all of this, give yourself a pat on the back. You know, you guys are awesome, but I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna continue watching this live stream that I'm watching, and if you can guess what it is, I'll give you a thumbs up. So this is Secret of My House, bidding you farewell.
And that's all, folks.